Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm here with Henry and Sami to talk about their AI-powered personalized Japanese learning assistant. Is that right? Can you tell me a little bit about your project?
Yeah, so I can start. Sam, please add up. So I create this customized ChatGPT language helper specific for Japanese language helper. So for if you have a paid ChatGPT account, you have the ability to build your customized ChatGPT.
Okay.
So in the back end, you can add like a prompts, like a guidelines, instruction to the ChatGPT, how it can help the learners. So for here, I set up 7 initial questionnaire to ask the learners. So for example, what's your proficiency level of your Japanese? Are you a beginner, advanced level? And why you want to learn Japanese?
Okay.
And how much time you have to learn Japanese with us this time?
Right.
And also like question about accessibility, like do you have any vision or hearing
Okay, very cool. Nice.
So because like ChatGPT have 2 ways to interact with users. One way is you can type and reading from ChatGPT the screen, and it also has a talking mode. So you can talk and listen to. It's just like a real conversation, which is very helpful to practice real life conversation in Japanese. Then, like our point is to upload some OER, open education results,
Okay.
to help ChatGPT to better understand what real Japanese class look like.
Right.
And our questionnaire will also help ChatGPT to customize to each individual, like understand their needs, and design a special learning experience to each learner. So, for example, I am a beginner level, and today I'm waiting a bus. I have 5 minutes. I don't have anything to do.
Right.
So I take out my mobile phone, which install the ChatGPT, and I say I have 5 minutes. Please design a learning practice for me for 5 minutes. Then I can start. So it's help learner to practice and learn Japanese outside of the classroom, like anywhere, anytime, and also like our idea is like to tell everyone you can customize your own ChatGPT if you have a paid account. So for example, it's not limited to Japanese. Like for example, you are geography teacher, you are English teacher, so you can customize ChatGPT to help your students. Because like you can have a lot of students, but you only have 2 hour office hour like every week.
Definitely.
But students want to practice more with someone. So you can customize a ChatGPT to help that.
Yeah. Super cool. Yeah. I would love to ask a little bit more about the process of how you sort of programmed this custom GPT. Did it require a lot of programming? I saw that you were saying you introduced some like open educational resources. Coding. No coding? Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
So Henry could probably speak to it a bit better than I would. Essentially, because we're working at the Faculty of Arts and there's a lot of second language learning classes,
Yeah.
something like this is something that we're like kind of looking to and how to prompt engineer something so that, you know, it can assist instructors to help students practice outside of the classroom.
Right.
Because their access to the teacher is they're sharing that teacher with like 30 other students,
Totally.
right? So creating that experience where they can actually interact with the language itself is something that's beneficial. So, like Henry mentioned, that because you have the paid model allows for you to upload educational resources, we know that there is problems with AI where you're looking at, ownership, you're looking at environmental issues like Faisal just mentioned. So we're like, okay, we have to find some open education resources and prompt the AI to be like, hey, develop these things based off the things that we're giving you. So on the back end, that's what you're optimizing your prompts to try to be able to do that, to do it to the best of its ability, so that you don't encounter the kind of like those copyright concerns that you might normally encounter. So it's a pretty cool tool.
Yeah.
It's something where, UBC right now, we don't know where AI and which platform is going to be kind of like the norm in a few years from now. But by developing kind of our prompt acumen, it's been helpful us like kind of be able to navigate that.
Yeah, very cool. Have you used this with any students in the classroom yet, or are we still sort of testing things out?
We have some literature today, like students, instructors, and we demo this tool to them, and they really like it. But it also has some limitations because, as you know, like AI sometimes still will make up some incorrect answer. But like we try every way, like for example, upload the OER results to give as good as we can the prompts to improve the accuracy and to like, and also like as Sam mentioned, like UBC and also our team like now are developing our internal AI. But for now, this tool is just an example to see what we can do with if we have such AI like ChatGPT to customize it. But like if in the future, if we have our own like AI, like maybe from like AWS Bedrock to build our own model, then we can more customize like the ability. And it's also, you don't need to worry about upload your documents or your data.
Right.
And you don't need to worry about if it collects students' response for third party. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to the further.
Yeah. I think it's sort of an interesting conundrum to be in here because like we have Copilot at UBC, but it's pretty limited in terms of what you can actually do with it. And ChatGPT is kind of the du jour tool that everyone's using, right? So it's worth investing time in exploring it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like when our own tools are catching up to it, we'll know, okay, now that it's caught up to it, we've already worked on the front part of it so that it's we have more of an ability of helping to introduce it into the classroom. In terms of usage in the classroom, we haven't yet, but there are some language instructors that are interested in using it, testing it out in the classroom. That's the thing. To test it out, you'd kind of need that subject matter expert to really
definitely say this Japanese doesn't really seem quite right, or
exactly.
you wouldn't really say that, or
So it's that's pretty much where we're at. And this was a fantastic event to just be like, okay, you know what, this is what we're working on. We're seeing what everybody else is working on. So thanks for setting it up.
Oh, thank you so much for presenting. This is really cool, and I'm sure it would be really interesting to sort of see how this progresses, whether you try it out with different languages, whether there's like diagnostic questions at the beginning, shift or change it all depending on the context. Yeah, very cool. Thank you so much for presenting. This is great.